Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Roszipou and you can call me Rosie, you can call me Rosz. It's been a while, hasn't it? If you guys are new here, I used to make bullet journal content every month, like a plan with me video and all that kind of stuff, and I took a break for 2022 actually. I took a break because I figured that my videos were taking a little bit too much for me to make, and I wanted to just work on my editing, like, get better at it, because I felt like it was taking too much time out of my, personal things. And obviously as a independent artist, I cannot like focus on making bullet journal videos that are not like, that is not like bringing me money. So I thought that maybe as a thank you for waiting and all that kind of stuff, I thought that maybe I could film my 2023 bullet journal setup for you guys. So if you guys been on my Instagram, you probably noticed that my yearly theme for 2022 was to have everything pink. And now, I guess that you can, guess it from the title of the video, but also from the little paw prints. I'm gonna be making a yearly cat theme. So all my monthly themes are gonna be related to cats. So that's pretty much it. And as you can see, my filming is a little bit scuffed. I actually started working on my journal before I had the idea that maybe I could film it. There's gonna be some errors and all that kind of stuff because I'm just, getting back into this kind of editing. So please be patient with me. So as you saw at the beginning, I started with a grid spacing cheat sheet because I figured that is the best way to start off your journal, just so you get to know your journal a little bit better, what are the spacings and all that kind of stuff, so you can plan a little bit better. I did an index afterward, and right now I'm working on a new theme that is called a daily journaling list. So if there's one thing that I noticed from my 2022 bullet journals, because I do use 2 journals per year, is that I tend to forget the first spreads of the year of my journal. So, oh, here comes Sunny. If you guys missed her, my baby kitty girl grew up so big. So obviously both of my cats, Sunny and Keo, are gonna come in and just, say hi through the video as they should. But yes, so because I figured that I don't really check on my early spreads of the beginning of the year, maybe I should like have a little pamphlet stick to the cover of my journal, just so I remember to go check on them. Especially now this year, I made a bunch of new spreads that I didn't use in my previous journal. You guys will see, but I'm gonna be having a 23 things to try out, monthly challenges, what is happening in the world, and all that kind of stuff. Right now I'm gonna be working on my future log, and obviously I'm gonna be using my stickers that I made. You can find them on roszipou.bigcartel.com if you guys are interested to get those. Stickers are entirely customizable. The only thing that you have to do is just, to write the date on them. But all the calendars are already made. I have the grayscale version, the pastel color version, and do I have a natural color version of this one? I don't think so. I'll need to check after doing this voiceover. So I'm just working on the lettering of my future log. What I like to do is that I like to make a Dutch door for my future log. So I have the first 6 months on a first Dutch door and the other half of the year on another one. And of course, didn't forget the little kitty cat references. I don't know for you guys if you do own cats or not, but my cats like to do the paw, to try like to reach for things. So I wanted to have like this little kitty cat paw drawing make it look like they're trying like to reach for my future log. So here's just me sticking up the stickers at the right space that I wanted them to. I'm also going to be coloring the weekends columns because I like starting my weeks on Mondays. This is why I've been coloring the last two columns for them. You know, just writing down the month. And if you didn't notice, I do write my month in French because I am bilingual. My first language is French, if you didn't know. And because, you know, I'm bilingual, I tend to use also English in my bullet journal, not only because I, you know, tend to film the content or post all the pictures of my journal on Instagram, but also because sometimes French words are longer than English words and they sound better in English. So right now you're seeing my master cleaning list, just like I did in my previous journal. If you want more information about that, you can go on my 2021 setup. But for example, the word rooms, it takes 5 letters compared to chambre, which takes 7. So yeah, that is why you see both languages in my journal. And also because it is my journal, so who cares like what people think that I'm writing in both languages and they don't necessarily understand. The important thing is the quality of the spreads, right? So for my master cleaning list spread, on the left side, as you saw, I actually work on that not in front of a camera. I just wrote down all the rooms in my apartment and I wrote down everything that I want to clean. And on the right side are going to be the list. So as you saw, I've been writing down all the names of the rooms and I've been writing down numbers under them. Those are the weeks of the year. So every 2 weeks, I'm either going to be cleaning my living room, my kitchen, and all kind of stuff. And this is why you see either even numbers or odd numbers. I also have a biannual list where I want to clean stuff like, you know, every 6 months, as well as a monthly cleaning list that I want to do not every month, but you know, you get the gist of it. And you know, just to motivate myself to make this spread a little bit cuter, and because I had like this big space left, I just decided to draw a little kitty cat that is holding like a little dust sweater thingy. Moving on to one of my first new spreads for this year. I want to keep track of like what is happening in the world, because I don't know for you guys, but I like looking back at my journal, especially at the end of the year. I was just looking into my 2020 journal the other day and I was like, oh my god, why was I feeling so, you know, sad and all that kind of stuff. And then it clicked. I'm like, oh yeah, we kind of had a worldwide pandemic. I kind of forgot about that. I don't know how I did, but I did. So I'm leaving some space with where I can write what is happening like globally, not in my life, but just like in the world in general. And next to it, I'm gonna be having monthly challenges, because if there's one thing that I would like to do in 2023 is to challenge myself, just, you know, to continue the thread that I've been working on 2022. I started working at a day camp and I love my experience so much that I applied to schools, and here I am being a drama teacher. So that's a big challenge for me. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should give myself even more challenges. So for both sides of the spread, I just like wrote down the month and some, you know, spaces down to write, and in the middle I just drew a little kitty cat running through the earth in the middle space. Right now it's a spread that is coming back, and also a brand new spread. As usual, I'm gonna be having a period tracker, because as a person who menstruates, I think it's really important for me to just, you know, keep track of that kind of stuff. I do have you know, my Fitbit that keeps tracks of my you know, my cycle and everything, but I don't feel like that's enough. In my journal, I tend to track down symptoms and all that kind of stuff as well. And the new spread is to have a energy tracker, because as someone who also deals with mental health issues as well as autism, even though I'm feeling good and fine, I just don't have the energy at all. And I've been trying to figure that out with my family doctor at the moment. So I think it's a good idea for me to try to track down all, you know, this you know, lack of energy, if that makes sense. So I started off by doing some kind of like year in pixels. So every day I'm gonna be coloring down one square, and all columns represents 6 months. So I have it from January to June, because generally my journals only last me 6 months. And right next to it, I'm gonna be having like a graph. So depending on how many good squares I have or how many bad squares I have, I'm going to be doing a graph, and hopefully I can present that to my doctor and we'll be able to find a solution to my lack of energy together, because she says that I am not like iron deficient enough to officially has you know, iron deficiency problem. So yeah, we're just gonna be trying to figure that out together. And obviously for the period tracker, I just like put some dots, and I'm gonna be, you know, coloring down the dots in black, bigger or smaller depending of my flukes. And gonna be doing like some cute little symbol signs if I have a headache or if I have cramps or whatnot. The next spread is actually a spread I tend to keep on in my monthly planning, but I think I'm gonna be having a yearly space for it instead. And as you are, you know, looking at the video, it is my brain dump project, you know, space. I did notice that I tend to not use my brain dump spreads at all in my monthly spreads anymore. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna be making a project tracker just like I used to, but I'm gonna be having a Brandom, you know, just right next to it, so I can, you know, keep track of both things. So for the project tracker, I unify it more or so for both videos, Twitch things, but also for my comic books, because I do my comic as well for a living as being an artist, illustrations and all that kind of stuff. So I make like little columns for the name of the project, the sketch, if I need to scenize it, if I need to color it or like, you know, edit it, film it, whatever. So I made little columns for that, and obviously I added some cute little pink paw print washi tape. You're gonna be seeing this washi tape all through my journal because I thought it was so freaking cute to not use it. And because I had like a big space next to it, I thought that maybe I could have like a motivation quote to, like, you know, help me work on my project. So the quote says, "You only need a spark to start a fire." And I thought it was, you know, perfect as a motivation quote, because sometimes, as I said earlier, I don't really feel like super energetic to work on something, but if I just lit up a spark, eventually I'm gonna have a fire, and, you know, everything's gonna come together. So for this quote, I've been using my zebra midliners, and I'm just like using both an orange and a reddish color marker, and I'm kind of like blending both of them together to make some kind of like fiery effect, or just like, you know, a gradient that represents fire. And yeah, I've been writing down also with my sack wrapping my background because I love those pens so much. And more sparkles, more washi tape, la ya ya ya, as usual, you know drill. And now we're moving to one of my brand new spread. Just a heads up, before I was working on this one, I also did a things to check out and my backlog spread. This was one of the footage that got corrupted while I was uploading to my computer, so I'm very sorry. I don't have footage for my things to check out, but you gotta see it in the flip through at the end of this video. There was another spread that was also got corrupted, and it was a then and now collection. You'll see it. I'm gonna explain it to you a little bit later, but for this one, it's pretty straight up. As I said, 2023, it's the year of challenges for me, so I'm gonna be writing down 23 things to try out this year, either in my journal, at work, or my personal life. So because I've been using a lot of colors, I just thought that maybe this spread could be in black and white. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now to the now and then spread that I want to explain to you. It's going to be very difficult for me because we don't have the visual, but basically I'm going to be writing down a bunch of stuff about me on January 1st, like what is my favorite food, my favorite saying, what video game I'm playing, etc. And at the end of this journal, in June, I'm gonna be writing down like what are my trends of the moments, so I can see like my evolution and be like, oh my god, yes, I was playing this game in January, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be more easy to understand when you have the flip through in front of you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I'm working on my wish list and my spending shopping list, because I do order a lot of stuff online, you know, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of like what I ordered, what I didn't get because of all the shipping delays and stuff. And sometimes, you know, I want to treat myself because I either get a bonus at work and I'm like, oh my god, what am I buying for myself? So I just need to look up in my journal and be like, okay, this is what I want and this is what I need. Because you know, sometimes we need stuff, and I tend to buy stuff that are not necessarily like helpful for me at the moment. Like, you know, I tend to buy a ton of video games on Steam that are on sale. I never end up playing them, and I could have probably spent that money on something that I need, like a new, I don't know, like a new thing in the kitchen or whatever, because I want to do a specific recipe or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much the purpose of those spreads. I added a bunch of washi tapes and like little sparkles and all kind of stuff, and that's how I did them. Later this week, I'm also going to be posting my 2022 flip through of all the themes that I did. And as recording of this voiceover, I still haven't sketched out my January theme, so it's probably gonna be late. I'm probably not gonna be doing videos every month like I used to, but I'm gonna try because I really been missing making videos for you guys, and you guys made it very vocal on my Twitch channel as well. So yeah, and also let me know if you like this setup for like filming, because once again, one thing that was like bumping me down when I was doing those videos was to get ready and have like a beautiful aesthetic background and all kind of stuff, and I didn't want to deal with that for this, you know, for this video, because as you saw, I think I filmed this on a span of like 5 days. I know that on videos it doesn't look like that, but trust me, every bullet journal YouTuber take a lot of days to make their journals, unless they are, you know, super fast, and, you know, props to them. But it takes a lot of time for me to work on my journal because I want everything to be perfect and to my liking. So yeah, I didn't want it to have all the bells and whistle to make the aesthetic of my videos super cute. I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I focus more on like the aesthetic and I don't have good spreads to present to the world. So I hope you don't really mind the lack of cute stuff around me or whatever, and you are appreciating the video as it is. And right now, we're almost done with my yearly setup. I'm just working on my goals and formation. I did that last year, and I really like the overlay that I did. So for every category, for work, personal life, and well-being, so you know, just me in general inside of my body, I'm gonna be working on some goals and some affirmation. Like, for example, I don't know, I want to lose weight. That is one of my goals. But the affirmation of that is that I do work a, you know, Monday to Friday job. I don't have the time as I used to. And as long as I'm trying my best, that's what matters. Because I feel like sometimes it's, you know, it's important to have yearly goals. Because, you know, we don't have a purpose to life whatsoever if we don't. But also, don't push yourself too hard, because we all have, you know, our own like mountain to climb. We don't have the same bodies, we don't have the same mental health, and here is Kero. We don't have the same mental health state, so it's really important to affirm with ourselves of like straight facts. Right now, as I said, the footage for the then and now spread got corrupted, so I'm working on my end quote, and as one should, Kero wanted to play with my washi tape because he just loves paper for some reason. So yeah, he's been playing with me, so I took a break with him so I can play and, you know, just take care of him, because I've been working on this journal for way too long during that day. And my end of yearly spread quote says, one cat just leads to another. So a little bit like one thing leads to another. So if something happens, another thing even better is gonna happen. In this case, because my journal, my theme for my whole journal is cats, I thought it was like the perfect quote for it. So I'm just using my Tombow brush pen to make some cursive letters, and my purple zebra midliner to write down in, how would you call that? It's like cursive and serif letters, I guess. And Kero's back, as usual, wanted to play with paper or my pens or whatever. Enjoy the kitty booty. I don't know. I love him so much. Kero happened to be 11 years old last year, and this year is gonna be 12 years old. I don't know what I'm gonna do without this cat when the inevitable is going to happen. I don't even want to think about it, but yeah, I just hope that the inevitable is not gonna happen right now. So I'm doing a little like purple drop shadow, and I've been doing some paw prints as well, to make it like, you know, the cat is, you know, leading towards the year, to my first monthly spreads, not spreads, my monthly, oh my god, it's too early in the morning, you know what I'm trying to say, to January, there you go. And this is my flip through of my 2023 setup. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Oh, I forgot to mention that, but every year I find a name for all of my journals, and this year, well, this 6-month journal is called Freya, and Freya is a Scandinavian goddess, and she is apparently very fond of cats, so that's why I picked this name. So yeah, once again, I hope that you like the yearly cat kitty theme, and I hope that you are gonna get some inspirations out of those spreads. And once again, I'm very sorry for this yearly hiatus. I'm sorry if you missed the bullet journal videos. I'm not saying that they're gonna be back every month, but hopefully, you know, I'll be having more times and I'm gonna be even more efficient to film everything and to edit out everything. Now that I have this new computer and that I don't, you know, spend so much time on my artistic career, now that I have a teaching job. So yeah, how do we end a video again? Oh, this is a then and now spread, if you guys were wondering. I don't remember how to end the video, but let's just say thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and stay pink, and I'll see you guys on to the next one. Bye, friends!